The COVID-19 pandemic continues to significantly disrupt teaching and learning around the world. In this podcast, former Minister of Education, Science and Technology of the Republic of Korea, Joo-ho Lee, discusses teaching reform priorities against this backdrop. Lee, now a professor at the Korea Development Institute, goes on to describe how artificial intelligence-based high-touch, high-tech education could be the right learning model for Asia and the Pacific at the right time.
Students are encouraged to give answers to a question designed by others, made by a teacher. They are not encouraged to give a question, original question. Maybe boil down to the two major issues. One is what to teach, and second is how to teach. So we really have to think about fundamental way to reform in what to teach and how to teach. Literacy in 20th centuries just to write, read, and calculate, but the literacy in the fourth industrial revolution should include data literacy, technological literacy, and human literacy. On top of that, the future generation should have forces, creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, and communication. So we really have to teach a lot more in the fourth industrial revolution. And how to teach is also very, very important. And we really have to think about radical change in how to teach. My suggestion is the change from mass production to mass personalization.
COVID-19 adds to the sizable challenges facing the delivery of quality education, but digital advances could help to troubleshoot. Lee explains.
COVID-19 is aggravating the global learning crisis. So the global learning crisis has far predated this pandemic. The Education Commission estimates that 825 million, roughly half of the young generation today, are expected to reach adulthood without the skills they need to thrive in the labor market and society. So remote learning serves as the only option for more than 1.5 billion students still out of school, with critical concerns regarding the further exacerbation of learning gaps. So the reliance of online learning platforms is particularly divisive, even more so than offline learning. So that efforts must be made so that even those from disadvantaged backgrounds are not lagging behind or left out completely. And one of the most promising blended learning model is high-touch, high-tech education initiative. The HTHE approach features a personalized education experience through an AI-assisted adaptive learning system that reduces the burden of teachers, thereby allowing them to focus on individualized, active, and higher order learning for students. We can define high-touch, high-tech as teachers provide more personalized guidance through software-informed data and active learning experiences focused on higher order and soft skills. This change of role of teachers should be supported by high-tech, which is the AI-assisted adaptive learning technology, provide instruction tailored to individual learning levels and needs, allowing students to progress at their own pace. If you embrace new technologies like adaptive learning system, then maybe you can ask machines, softwares to teach students how to understand and remember. And teachers and professors can focus on apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. So that's the division of roles between AI-assisted adaptive learning system and teachers with high-touch learning.
Lee stresses the critical role teachers must play in artificial intelligence-supported adaptive learning to ensure its success.
So technology alone is not enough. Well-trained teachers who can fully utilize artificial intelligence in classrooms are at the core of high-touch, high-tech learning. Evidence is starting to emerge that combining adaptive learning technologies with tailored support by teachers could have great potential and provide customized learning at scale. High-touch, high-tech uses the adaptive and personalized learning software to help students learn and understand knowledge, while teachers provide individual attention to each student based on data the system generates and focused on active learning and higher order skills. A lot of research shows that teaching at the right level consistently improves learning outcomes. Adaptive learning technology tailors the learning experience for students, developing on their progress and behavior in real time. Technology allows for scalability in the provision of personalized adaptive learning so that there can be a shift from mass production to mass personalization.
Lee concludes by describing the outlook for technology-based learning and its implications for Asia and the Pacific.
The crisis has revealed the critical role that teachers play, not only as agents of knowledge delivery, but also as facilitators of human connection and interpersonal learning. Utilizing adaptive learning software for much of the content-driven teaching allows teachers to focus on providing the human touch component necessary for a holistic learning experience. Going forward, it will be important to thoroughly consider the role differentiation between the adaptive learning technology and teachers to ensure an equitable, scalable, high-touch, high-tech experience. High-tech industry has made immeasurable progress within the last 15 years. Still, more concerted efforts are needed to develop the appropriate infrastructure for affordable, accessible, and convenient high-tech to be realized in all contexts.
This has been Asia's Developing Future, brought to you by the Asian Development Bank Institute in Tokyo. See the show notes for the transcript and related material. For more information about us, please visit adbi.org.